Moving on, it looks like we have another Sudanese person. You want to talk about him, Griff?
I don't know Specter, so why don't you
Oh,
take
nice.
this?
Awesome. Yeah, let's learn about Specter together. So it looks like it's an independent on-chain investigator operating without institutional backing. All right, yeah. So he's just contributing to the ecosystem because he cares. It looks like he does real-time investigations, public reporting of hacks. He has all these threads covering different hacks that have happened. Yeah, so let's check out one of them real quickly. Looks like he's covering address poisoning here. This address poisoning stuff is super crazy. Are you familiar with it, Griff?
Very.
Yeah. So can you give like a short explanation for people that don't know what it is?
I mean, it's really crazy, but people will send tiny value transactions, maybe like, 1/100th of a USDT with from an address that is something close to an address that you've sent money to before, hoping that you will go to Etherscan, look for a recent transaction, click that transaction, copy that link, copy that address, and then send money to it. And it's really difficult to protect against because, like, who is Etherscan? Who is the wallet? How are they supposed to decide whether or not this is a transaction you want to see or not? So it puts our infrastructure layer at a certain, disadvantage because, like, you want to show completeness, but then, like, do you want to filter scam transactions or not by default? And then, but the fact is, it pays off. They do this. They send, like, if they send 1/100th of a cent to 10,000 people, and one person accidentally sends 5K, they make way more than the money they spent. So it ends up paying off right now, especially when gas is cheap. You see it on L2s a lot. You see it on Polygon and places where there's cheaper gas. Now that gas is cheap on Ethereum, you start to see it too, but they mostly go after big transactions. So if you send like a $10,000 transaction, you'll see all these address poisoning links.
So really be careful when looking at Etherscan to make sure you're actually sending money to where you want to.
I would say just don't copy addresses from Etherscan. Use ENS as much as you can. Use address whitelists. On there, almost all the wallets you can label addresses within the wallet so you know that you're sending. Do not copy addresses off of Etherscan. I know you're like, oh yeah, but I'll be smart. I won't make that mistake. Dude, you're going to be talking to your girlfriend, you're going to be drinking some coffee, and you're just going to and just do things, and all of a sudden, oh my God, there goes $10,000, Like, just make a habit. Don't copy addresses off of Etherscan.
You heard him. Don't copy. Yeah, and thank you to Specter for doing these real-time investigations and public reportings of hacks, address poisonings, and anything like that.